guest, our friend TigerTubaKent in studio once again joining us. It's been a hectic break between the last time we spoke to now. How are you, sir?
It's been a long road, and it's been exciting. It's been exhilarating. There's all kind of different adjectives I could use for this. So the last time that I was here, had I submitted my audition?
Yes, it was. So it was the end of June.
End of June.
So we were waiting on like the August.
Right.
August deal.
Right. So I'll kind of go into that. So
Yes.
So I submitted my audition, and waiting to hear something about whether or not I had made the band from a first audition perspective. And finally, I did get the response. And the only thing it says, congratulations on making it past the first round, and here are the things that you need to do in order to make it to the second round. And they sent along the Tiger Band handbook. They sent along everything that you needed, some music to play, the Tiger fight songs, things like that, to start to memorize, that we all have to do, that we play in the stands. And so that started the whole nother process of me continuing to do the physical training and the mental training, as well as the musical training that I was doing. I was continuing to do that, but now I was also learning LSU songs.
Right.
And so that started on a Sunday. It was a Sunday afternoon that we all got brought in, all of the what they call newcomers, and it was about 126 or 125 newcomers, all great. Every one of them was a fantastic. They were all fantastic musicians, and I even said to somebody, if you just take these 125 students and put them together, they would have made an awesome college band. Just us with 125, and so I loved every minute. I absolutely loved every minute of that. And so that started on Sunday, and then the process started. So it's a long process. The actual second round audition is a really long process, and it gets to a point where they're not only going to look at your technical skills, your musical skills, your marching skills, but they want to make sure that you fit, that you're a cultural fit, and that you're not somebody that's going to cause a problem, and that you get what they're trying to do, trying to be excellent and trying to do the best that you can, and meeting expectations for the last 132 years, because I'm now a member of the 132nd edition of Tiger Band. So not only all of those things that we're going through, we were learning music, we were playing, and then for the first 2 days we were playing just ourselves, and we were learning marching styles, we were learning music, and then during those first 2 days, you could tell them walking up the lines. You can tell that they were watching. They never intruded or anything like that. They were just looking, trying to gauge how you would fit. And then on day 2 or day 3, all of the returners came in, and they held us out of the band hall, and then they brought us all in, all 125 of us, and then the band played a couple of songs, and it was just like, wow. So that's what Tiger Band sounds like.
Right.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And then we all got together, and then we started playing. It was like 400 of us.
Yeah.
And that was over 400 of us, and it was just absolutely stunning. It was absolutely stunning. The level of musicianship and professionalism that these students show, and these teachers, these professors, these graduate assistants, is absolutely amazing. And so we all got together, and we were going through the entire process all together, newcomers and returners. And so we got to the last day of auditions. That was a Thursday. And I don't know if I was nervous or if I was, man, what have I really got myself into here? Right? That kind of thing. So I had to march. I had to play songs, Tiger fight songs from memory. I had to sight read, which is something that you say, here's a piece of music the first time you've ever seen it, play it.
Right.
Wow. Right. I said, okay, all right. So, and we did all those. And you can nitpick yourself to death.
Yes.
Oh man, I messed this up. I didn't do this right. I didn't do this right. I didn't do that right. So that took place all day on Thursday. And Thursday was gut wrenching for everyone. And so at 7 p.m. on that Thursday night, they released the list, the final roster, and tuba's way on the bottom, and it came out in alphabetical order, right? So it came out in alphabetical order with my name, with my last name. I was, if I was going to be there, I was going to be at the top.
Right.
So I saw the first two guys, and I know the first two guys that were listed on the list, they were newcomers. I said, well, good, all right, excellent. And then, so it's a bit, you don't want to be overly joyous.
Of course.
Because of what could potentially happen to other people that you become friends with.
Right.
You know, you need to be, you need to have some compassion for everyone there. So I saw my name, it was third on the list because it was in alphabetical order. And I turned around and one of the returners said, Kent, you made it. And then somebody said every one of the tubas that tried out made it. All 12 of us made it. So that was awesome. So the best thing about that was, so when I found out I made it, so I turned around and I hollered, I made it. And then so the whole tuba section starts jumping up and down. You made it, you made it, you made it, you made it. Oh, it gets better. It gets a lot better. The percussion section is situated right next to the tuba room. They all come in. It's about 25 of them. They start jumping up and down. There's like 40 of us in the tuba room jumping up and down because I made it, right? And we have some great video of that. Yeah. And so after about 10 seconds, I said, stop. We got to go to the indoor football facility to practice, right? because
time to work.
So they release it at 7. So release it at 7, and they get you at 7:30 back practicing, and it's been practice.
Yeah.
And we practice every day, and we've practiced every day since. Now, so I did not make the Clemson trip, right, because what they do is they'll actually separate it out, and they call pep band. There's only like 110 folks.
Okay.
And I think this was mainly seniors and juniors that went to this one, and rightfully so. They deserve it. They needed to go.
Right.
And I can tell you, they sounded awesome.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys heard them.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
They're in a stadium. From the TV's perspective, they sounded really, really good over the TV, and they sounded just as loud as the Clemson band did. So it has been a wild ride, just from the music thing. And what I'm trying to do is to bring myself down to be calm, understand the music, understand the marching, and to be a good teammate,
right,
to everybody,
yeah,
to everyone. And but on top of that, then we've got school.
Your students
that told you.
Yeah, then I've got school, and walking around campus is no big deal. It's just everybody has a backpack. I have a backpack. Everybody's got a laptop. I've got a laptop. I'm going to class. I'm sitting in the union doing work. I'm just acting like everybody else.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the best feeling to be there.
Yeah.
It is absolutely the best feeling to be there, and I love being there. I love the academic side too. I've got a history class. I've got a political science class. I have a emergency management class that's online, and I have a music class, which your brother is. Yeah. Max. And so, and hopefully Max is taking good notes because he has to be in class. The teacher said, you got to be in class.
There you go.
So I'm gonna remind him of that.
Good, thank you.
So, and the issue that I'm having is really just getting in the groove.
Right.
And how do I manage all of this?
Yes.
How do I put all this together, right? And I only have 13 hours. And I'm hearing students that have 18, 19, 20 hours.
They'll drop those.
Poof. And I said, poof. I mean,
can't imagine.
Guys, I don't know how you're doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and they're getting over this ChatGPT thing. Tests are being done now in class. Right?
Yeah.
They're making you write. They're making you write in class, which is what they should do. Well, the homework is another thing, right? So, one thing that I find about the whole school thing that's different than when I went to school, and rightfully so, it's not a regurgitation of facts anymore, as much as it was back then. It's more about what do you think and why, and there's not really a wrong answer. They're pushing. They're pushing to get these students to really think for themselves, which I think is excellent.
Well, that's one of the things I was going to ask you is it's kind of the comparison of the difference.
Yeah,
now to then. And
Man, I wore the same stuff that I'm wearing today back in the 70s. So that hasn't changed. Yeah, I've got gray hair. The classrooms look the same. The technology is different, obviously. They all have big screens and everything, but it's just and the students all have laptops. That's different because we didn't have laptops.
Right.
Laptops weren't invented when I went to school, as much as I can say that. So, but the difference is, I think, from an academic perspective, is they're really pushing the students to think for themselves, as opposed to when I went to school. That's a big difference that I see, which is hugely important to get everybody to start thinking for themselves. But other than that, it's just, I have to deal with the flooding that we had on Friday or Thursday, like everybody else. It was 6 inches, and people were walking through the water. It's just great to be there.
Yeah.
It's just an awesome feeling just to be there. And the other side of the equation is the social media side. Is stuff like this that I'm doing with you guys. And so I respect what you guys have done. You guys were first, and I will always come back.
Yes. Thank you very much.
I will always come back to let you guys know how actually things were going, and because I think it's a good, and I think it's a good story. It is a bit overwhelming to me.
Of course.
You're a celebrity.
And I didn't do this for that.
I know that, and that's
that's the reason why
I did not do this for that.
It's exploded the way it has, is because I think people can tell the genuine nature that you have. That's not why
you truly
didn't do it
just
just to be a 60-year-old band member. I
wanted to be a band.
Yeah.
I wanted to play in the band.
Yeah.
I think people, and the way the story has panned out, the way that it should have, I think it's like gone to. They shouldn't think that you did it to be, oh, this will go viral.
Yeah.
Like, that's what everybody thinks these days. It's like, if you go and look at your Facebook and what you've done, like the work that you've put in, like, this isn't a mistake. This isn't, and LSU didn't have you on the band because they thought it'd be a good story. Like, you truly earned it.
I think that I did. And I think all 12 of us that made it earned it. Right? All of us, right? Because it's not about me. And I keep saying that to everybody. I don't want this to be about me. I want this to be about us.
Yeah.
Right.
I want this to be about all the work that the band puts in, all the work the Color Guard puts in, all the work the Golden Girls put in for months ahead of time, for the weeks that the weeks that the Color Guard put in, the years of work that everybody puts in to get to this point. Right. Now, I was lucky enough. I picked it up after 45 years, and I was able to do it in one year. But I proved that I was able to work hard and get it done, and earn the spot. Now, keeping the spot, that's the other thing that goes with it. I've got to continue to work hard to keep that spot. So the attention is overwhelming.
Yeah.
The attention is overwhelming, and I try to deflect it to the best of my ability. But I truly understand that this is the story.
Yeah.
This is the story, and yet I'm trying to make sure that the band, the Color Guard, the Golden Girls, they get their due as well, because everybody works hard. Everybody works hard. The amount of attention that I've gotten because of social media from the LSU comms group is amazing. They're all great. They're all great people, and I love working with them. I've had several interviews with the LSU community. I have a big spread coming out on WAFB. I think it's going to be probably Friday or Saturday.
Awesome.
That they came to the house. And they were there filming us when we walked down the hill for the first time.
Awesome. Yeah.
Man, that was like, I almost stopped playing. I almost stopped playing just to listen.
Yeah.
Right.
You almost stop playing just to listen.
Well,
Right?
you talk about, like, you think the attention's overwhelming now. That first walk down Victory Hill
I know.
on Saturday, like, you're going to be the star of the show.
And this is and I don't want to be.
I know, but it's too late.
And unfortunately,
it's unbelievable.
Unfortunately for me, I'm on the outside. I'm on the right as you're coming down the hill.
Yeah.
I'm on the outside on the right, facing on the PMAC side. I just hope that people just kind of leave me alone and don't distract me.
Kent, I'm going to be first row right there.
Yeah. I know, and people are going to do that, and I get that, and I get that. But I have a job to do.
Yes.
But I have a job to do. I got to keep my cool. I got to march down the hill. I got to play the song, and I got to run. Right, and I've got to run down the road playing like everybody else.
Right.
So, social media attention, it has been overwhelming. I'm so humbled for it, And because it's not me, I'm a behind the scenes guy. That's why I like the sousaphone. The sousaphone is the base, is the foundation, right? It's kind of the stuff you hear it, but you don't know where it's coming from. It's like a subwoofer, and it's like a subwoofer in
But
somebody's
you know if
house.
it's gone.
But but you do know if it's gone. But you do know if it's gone. And we have national news coming today to talk to me as well. So it's kind of exploded,
Of course.
And LSU's taking advantage of that, and they should.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to help them. I'm trying to help LSU to get that brand out there and to get that name recognition. And if I can help, like I said, if I can help, this is what I think that I'm doing. This is the dream that I had for 30 years, right? But it started when I was 8 or 10, back from 68, 69. That's when it started, when I first started going to LSU games. And it always was there. It was always there. So I'm fulfilling this dream for me to do this. The second thing that I'm trying to do is that if somebody has an idea that they want to do something, not just a retiree, not just somebody that's 65 or 70, and you've always wanted to do something, you have the physical ability to do it. What about an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old
that you're on campus with,
sitting in a dorm and has an idea for an app? Oh man, this could be killer. Or I want to do this, or I want to hike this, or I want to go to every mountain in the United States, or I want to go to the 5 highest mountains in the world. Why not try?
Yeah.
Why not try, right? Because like I said last time, the only failure is not trying. And so hopefully that's coming across. It kind of gives it kind of inspires people to do things that they've always thought about. And that's hopefully coming across.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm getting that across to some people.
that's the message. Is that it's an inspiration to people, like even like to me. Like I mean, we took a chance on ourselves doing this show, but to see somebody that is truly invested, of like, I had an idea and I'm not going to let it die.
Yeah.
And no matter what time it is, like you said, it could be 18, it could be 88.
Yeah.
But to still go out and do it and be like, look, and to achieve it.
Yeah, that was the other. And I wasn't quite sure. It was less than 50 in my eyes because of how bad I had done in my own mind.
Of course.
Right? You always self-reflect very, very poorly.
And so what was that feeling like when you saw your name?
I was in shock. Yeah. I was in shock. Oh my God, I made it.
I got to schedule classes.
Oh my God. No, so I called the family, right? So the family gave me huge instructions, right? Do this, do that, do this, do that. I totally forgot all the instructions, and I did something they told me not to do, like about 8 times. My first comment was, so they were all on the phone. And I said, "Looks like I got to go to school." Yeah. That was the thing that I said, and so, and so they got that. Yeah, I made it. So it's been a ride straight up.
Yeah.
It has been a ride straight up. There's no roller coaster in this. It's been a ride straight up, and I love the academic environment. I love interacting with the teachers, and you can probably guess that I don't stay quiet in class. I raise my hand quite a bit.
Of course.
You write in cursive?
Wait. One of my teachers asked, "Does anybody in here write cursive?"
Oh, TWITTA.
And I'm looking around. Nobody.
Nobody else.
Nobody. So she says, "Well, I'm going to have to give you guys a little bit more time because everybody prints." So I don't know. Are they starting to do more cursive in schools these days?
No, they're getting rid of it.
Yeah, no.
From what I thought.
I wouldn't imagine.
I mean,
Do you know how to write in cursive?
I don't know how, but I'm not good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I grew up.
Right.
That's how I learned.
It was a
Right.
class.
But all these students, they can write as fast printing as I can in cursive, right? I mean, they've gotten very proficient at it. But it was just so funny. And so the test that she handed out, it was all handwritten. So I'm getting the test back from everybody behind me after it was done, and I'm looking at them.
Blue booking?
Every one of them was all print. Every one was all print. Now, some of them looked like chicken scratch because I was writing so fast. But I was the only one in the class that write cursive. So I was probably one of a handful of people on that campus that can write cursive.
It's crazy.
And so it's just it's just how it's developed. It's just how it's been developed. So it's just so many things that I notice. And it's been a great experience. It's been awesome.
No, it's outstanding. And you bring up your family. And your daughter's in the chat this morning and says that she can't wait to yell at you when you're going down the hill.
That's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm afraid of.
What has your family meant to you in this process?
Well, look, and I give my family 100% credit for this, because without their support, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you guys know, if you don't have the support from your family, you have support for your family for doing this, right? If I wouldn't have support from my family to try this, there's no way that I would have been successful. There's absolutely no way. I had to find a sousaphone. I had to buy a sousaphone. I had to pay somebody to teach me for a year. It was a big commitment. It was a substantial commitment. But everybody was 100% behind me.
Yeah.
And I give 100% credit to my daughter Lauren, who's in the chat room, about all the social media aspects, and she's been guiding me on this,
right?
Because I am totally clueless. Actually, the band, one of the co-band directors, she used to work with, and she had a conversation with him on our practice day when we marched down the hill, and he said, and rightfully so, he said, we're looking at his social media posts and they're really well done. We didn't think he was doing that. Who's really doing them? I said my daughter's, and then she said, I'm doing them, but I'm the one that actually makes all the content. I actually come up with all the text. I come up with everything just to keep everybody informed.
Right.
She's got the bells and whistles. She does all the bells and whistles, but she's great at what she does.
Yeah.
She's great at that. She is, and that's not even her job. She's just really good at it. Both of my daughters have been nothing but support. The entire family, both sides, cousins, friends. If half the people come on Saturday that say they're coming, Tiger Stadium needs to add an addition, because that's how many people say they're coming to see me. And I don't know. Some people are going to come later on down the line, but the best time to see a band member is before they march down the hill by the amphitheater. We kind of gather, and we put our horns down. We warm up. We put our horns down, and then people can come see you right there. Right there around the amphitheater. So that's the best time to see me, because I'm not going to be able to do anything other than that, because you march down the hill, you go into the PMAC, you play a little bit, and then you march into the stadium.
Right.
And then we did a stadium run through, and it dawned on me how much they move in the stadium. Not just the trumpets and the trombones, the sousaphones. Every song has a movement. And I'm so glad that I did what I did with my weighted vest and my weights and my running and everything like that. That's going to help me to do that.
The physical aspect.
The physical aspect is something that I need to wrap my head around, and I'm not going to be able to do that until I do it for the first time.
Right.
And you're standing on the bench. We can't stand on the concrete.
Oh wow.
The sousaphones, for me anyway, all the sousaphones, I think we're standing on the bench. We're not standing on the concrete. So that makes it a little bit even more precarious. So I have to watch what I'm doing. But
Can't get liquored up, TWITTA.
Well, no, hell. Okay. If that happens, Lloyd, I'm doing this. I'm taking it about.
Just start playing neck.
And I haven't seen that music. I don't think I ever will. I haven't seen that music. I don't think I ever will. So, but it has been an awesome ride so far, and I'm doing everything that I can to help LSU on the social media side, and I 100% support what they're doing. I'm just enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah. And so what's it like? Obviously you talk about the social media aspect and all that attention, but just walking around campus, people seeing you or stopping you and talking to you.
Yeah, every once in a while, somebody come up to me, "Hey man, aren't you the guy in the band?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's me, man."
Well, if it's not that, what the fuck are you doing
Why
here?
are you here?
Yeah, man, I'm here. They said, "Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real." They kind of look at me, and we were at Superior Grill about 2 weeks ago. The Saturday. The Sunday we marched down the hill. We went out to eat, and I was talking about everything we're doing, and the waiter was overhearing, the conversation, and he came up to me. He came up to the table and he looked at me. He says, "Man, it's good to know that you're a professor there at LSU and you're teaching." And I'm thinking, "Go on, man! If you only knew, dude! You only knew." And so
I'm a freshman.
I'm a freshman, man. I'm a freshman. So anyway, Lauren, my daughter, explained to him what was going on, and he says, "Oh wow, it's good to go back to college and at least finish. I already have 2 degrees. I don't need another degree."
Well, the way you're tracking only taking 13 hours, you're going to be a 5th year. Get that extra fall in, football season.
Probably. So that was amazing. That was amazing, and just in class, people will just tap me on the shoulder. They'll tap me on
Yeah,
the shoulder.
give me your notes.
Hey, man, aren't you? Well, yeah, I'm with the notes.
And then they can't read cursive.
Yeah, they can't, no, everything's on a laptop, Lloyd. Everything's on a laptop now, right? And so they'll tap me on the shoulder. Hey, man, I saw your Instagram. Or I saw your post, man. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. And the band, all of the band students, every one of them, they're fully supportive of everything that I do because they all have parents or grandparents my age, right? Grandparents my age. So, hey, get out there and do something.
Is that something that you were nervous about going into the band and seeing if you'd be like how they would have, I don't know, how they would react to your situation?
Lloyd, it did, and I wasn't quite sure how they were going to react to it. But they've been 100% supportive.
That's awesome.
100% supportive.
Because I think you've proved that you can play. You can play, and
Oh,
that
I
you
can
should be
definitely
on
play.
the team. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, who is he going out here and trying to join the band?
This is, I'm not trying to overstep my boundaries by any means. I just want to be a part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play that sound. I want to play, and I want to play in that band. And you know what? We were hoping that Brian Kelly was going to come to talk to the band on our last night of practice of preseason in the indoor football facility, which is absolutely stunning, by the way. I don't know if you guys have been. It's really nice, and we had an opportunity to practice there many times during preseason, and I was hoping that Brian Kelly was going to come and talk to us, but he didn't because he has done it he has done it in the past, but he didn't. I mean, I guess he was so focused on the big screen in the indoor football facility. It just had 1-0. That's all it had. 1-0. That's all it showed. Just that's all. Just 1-0. It stayed there. I think it stayed there for months. So if he would have asked me something like, hey, why are you doing this? First of all, I told him it's a 30-year dream that started back in 1968, 69. But the second thing is that I want to be in the stands the next time LSU wins a national championship in football. That's what I would tell him.
That's what I was about to ask you. What's it like Saturday night watching that game, seeing LSU get that big of a win, and now
I'm thinking, now. So we got a team now.
Right.
We got a defense.
You're not just going in to play the band for
not for any reason. Now,
Yeah.
And you know what? And I think that permeates its way through everything.
Yes, absolutely.
When
1000%.
LSU does well, Baton Rouge does well. People feel good. The students feel good. The teachers feel good. They still have a job to do, but it makes the kids feel good. It makes the students feel good. It's just a good, and it's going to be hyped up on Saturday night. Even though hey, Louisiana Tech is no slouch, not SEC game, but still no slouch. It is going to be wild because the expectations are now sky high.
Yes,
expectations are now sky high, and and I get that expectations, and so we need to just be part of that expectation. Continue to do what we've always done.
Go 1-0, TWITTA, because I know you're looking ahead to Florida, but you can't. It's Saturdays here.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, look, Lloyd, I'm trying not to look ahead. Lloyd, it's 1-0. It's one halftime show at a time.
That's right
for me. It's one halftime show at a time. For
there
me.
You go.
That's the way I look at it because I have to learn it. The hardest thing for me has been marching because I didn't march in school or I didn't march in college. We marched out. We turned around, we stopped, we played, and we marched out, and we marched back. Now it's on the phone, and you have a little dot I have to follow. I'm thinking, what? Where's that dot? So I'm trying to figure out how to do it, and look, everybody's been. You need to be over, So they're screaming at you. So they're screaming at you from the behind. Move over a little bit. Move over. Get it. Move. And so because there's so much noise in the stadium, what happens is a lot of people will holler instructions. As you're marching, so you can hear, and that's a good. When we were up in the stands, we were with all the movement we had, all the newcomers. We don't know all the movement yet, and rightfully so. Some of the returners were saying left, right, left, right, left, right. Get us in, get us,
teach us, keep it organized,
keep us, and keep us in sync.
Yeah, yes.
Keep us in sync because if one looks bad, we all look bad.
Right.
And that's the way and that's the way I think. We all need to be excellent, not just one of us or not just the returners. All of us need to be excellent. So it's just, it's just been, I don't know. And I just don't know where it's going to end.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just don't know where it's going to end. Do I want it to end? Yeah. I just want to be a band member and go to school. I just don't know if that's going to happen.
That's next year and the next year and the next year.
Yeah.
This year's going to be a little bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, it is. It
already is.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so I'm excited. I'm just humbled to be. I'm humbled to be a part of them. I'm humbled to be a part of them, and to be a part of the school.
Yeah.
And I mean, we appreciate you obviously coming back, hanging out with us again, reaching out whenever you made it. You know, Lauren texted me that you wanted to reach out to us. We appreciate that and everything. We're glad to watch this ride with you, and I'm excited Saturday night.
And
I'll
look,
be
don't
right there
holler
on
at
the
me
PMAX side.
do not holler at me from the sideline.
It's already happening.
No, don't. Leave me alone. I gotta march
I gotta play.
I gotta play and I gotta concentrate. And so there's gonna be a lot of people there, and I know marching down the hill is gonna be packed.
It's gonna be unbelievable.
There's gonna be 5,000 people on that.
You're gonna cry.
Well, I mean, I hope not. I'm not
gonna cry.
I'm because I'm not gonna be able to.
You're not gonna be able to follow that little dot.
Dot.
Yeah, that little dot. Well, I can't follow the dot anyway. It's so small. I gotta keep spreading it with my fingers, man. Spreading it with. Oh my God! I gotta do what? I gotta go how far and how many steps? That's all. I mean, that's all part of it. That's all part of it. And you have to laugh. You just gotta work your way through it.
There you
work
go.
your way through it. It just takes time.
Between that and class, have you been fitted for your uniform?
I have a uniform.
Yes.
Man, I got everything. I got the white shoes. I don't have my gloves yet, but I got the what they call the bib. It's a big long thing, and you have straps right here, and you have your top. I have a hat, and I'm all fitted out. I'm 100%. I'm 100% fitted out. Someone's got to take a picture of that with me for the first time, man. That's just
That's it. It's like a master's green jacket.
You know, I mean, that's it. I mean, that's
Right.
it. That's it. That's the attainment right there,
Yes.
right? That's it, right there. You know, with the family, with me in the uniform.
That's awesome.
That's
It's gonna be a beautiful moment.
Yeah, let's hope so.
sure.
Let's hope it's not raining. It's supposed to rain.
It never rains at Tiger
It never rains
Stadium.
at Tiger Stadium, and I understand that. But
outside Tiger Stadium pregame.
oh,
Yeah, it's gonna be
no.
beer showers.
Yeah.
no, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope
Down
not.
the sousaphone it goes.
So anyway, it has been a ride, and like I said, I'm humbled by the attention.
Yeah.
And I'm doing what I can just to make sure that it's just not about me.
Right.
Everybody gets attention.
Yeah.
You know, we have the national media coming today, and I've stressed on them. I understand the story's about me, but I want to give everybody else as much attention as they can too, because everybody puts hard work in.
Yeah, definitely.
And so hopefully that works out that way.
Yes, no, I hope so too, and I think you're doing a great job at making sure everyone gets their flowers and the attention is spread around, and I'm sure everyone appreciates it, and we appreciate you, like I said, coming hanging out with us, talking with us the first time, and now the second time, now that you're officially a band member, and congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you for having me again, Lloyd.
course.
Absolutely.
Noah, thank you for being here, and thanks for this little platform. I sincerely appreciate it. And
It won't be the last time.
it will not be the last time.
Next year?
And then
Next
I say, and all I can say is go Tigers. And hey, January 18th, I think is the date. I think the day of the national championship. Hopefully we're there.
Hopefully playing some
You know,
music
but, you know,
on
we don't
January
want to. Yeah,
18th.
it's just hey, it's one halftime show at a time.
There you go.
By that time, if you have a suggestion, here's a little something for you to study up on.
Ah, Jack! That's the first time I've seen it.
There you go.
That's the first time I've seen it.
Learn
And Laura, like I said, they have not handed out that music.
No, that you can play by ear.
Oh well.
I know the words.
I'm sure everybody does. I'm sure everybody knows the words. All you do is I can't go there, man. I can't go there.
Oh, yeah,
So
if you be around a bunch of freshmen, you're
So anyway, you know, and one other thing before I leave, what I'm anxious to hear is the student section.
Oh,
because
God.
I've always sat in Tiger Stadium around the student section.
Right.
And when somebody breaks a long run off for the other team, is when I notice all the young women that are students, their shrill voices. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. the intensity of the voices.
Your falsetto.
They go real high, right? They go real high. But never sat in the student section, and unfortunately, Cheryl, my wife, does not have a student ticket, so she cannot surf
Gonna
in
try
the
for the
student
Golden
section.
Girls.
But she's within like one or two sections of where the
Perfect.
band is.
Perfect.
And so she's going to hear us a lot. And so, but her dream of body surfing in the student section is not dead. But because there are more games, I just haven't gotten her a student ticket yet.
Yeah. So we'll see if we can make that happen.
Get one
Christian,
for-
Christian will be in the student section.
Student section. There you go. We just need one ticket. One ticket for
There
the
we
student
go.
section.
We-
Awesome.
we
Trade your notes for a ticket.
Yeah, ticket. Notes for ticket. Notes
Can you
for
read
ticket.
cursive?
Yeah.
And hopefully Max has good notes.
Yes.
Hopefully I'm going to talk
He
to
can
him.
get you a
You
ticket.
should. You should. You should talk to him.
Gotcha.
But we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you.
And hanging out with us again. And we'll talk again soon.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.